The business end of Group B. I'm Squid CS, joined by Nero. We're obviously...
That's me.
That is you. This guy there, right there, is that guy.
And that's Squid.
I'm Squid. I'm Squid. Don't look like one. Maybe I'd do with the hair. I don't know. This terrible hair. Either way. Oh, there it is on the screen as well. Just to illustrate it some more. So, 5th game coming up. Obviously, we've seen all of these teams play 2 games at this point. We've seen them play the losers matches, the winners matches, the initial matches. We're into the deciders, into the business end. Right now, we're going to decide who our second grand finalist is. It's either going to be Spirit Academy or an Attax
or
somebody else.
No one else.
Else.
Well,
then,
we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah. They'll be facing Valiance in this group final in just about an hour's time. How do you feel about that one?
I don't know how I feel about that. Like Spirit Academy, they were able to beat Planet Key Dynamics this far, but it should not have been such a challenging foe. And now comes the question, can they actually beat alternate attacks? And then comes the question, does it even change anything? Valiant seemed to overpower everybody. So there's quite a bit of like question marks in this group still, and we're about to find everything out. So I would just love to just get into the game. And also alternate attacks, the question is, do they look for a favorable map for themselves, or do they not show different maps because they are afraid that the enemy team, which is Valiance, up next is going to do a little bit of that research and lock them out? For me, a lot of possible scenarios in this situation. For you, do you think it's going to be once again Spirit Academy, since they've done pretty fine against Valiance, better than any other team this far? Or
yes,
do you think
I think that this is our best chance at a good matchup. I think that Planet Key probably definitively the 4th and bottom seed in this group. They kind of proved that. They did absolutely nothing. Not to crap on them too hard. I do think that they were a little out of their depth here today. But we have got a stronger little ELC Gaming.
Yeah, it's
little ELC Gaming. You obviously can't see that, but ELC Gaming pens, ELC Gaming everything. Look at that place. There's ELC Gaming logo up there as well. I should have an ELC Gaming tattoo. I wonder how much my boss would pay me for that.
Didn't we have the like ELC Gaming patches and stuff?
Yeah, ELC Gaming Kevlars over there. ELC Gaming everything. Either way, I feel like this is the best chance at a close match. I feel like this series, we've got 2 formidable opponents. Maybe not formidable to Team Valiance that we'll be seeing in an hour. Remember, that is a best of 1 as well, so slight upset potential there. But I feel like it could we could see anything in this matchup. I don't know what the map's going to be just yet. I know it's not Cache or Mirage or Overpass. It's not any of those 3, but I don't know what it is going to be. What do you think it's going to be? Do you want to have a guess?
Inferno.
Inferno. It's not that either.
Wow. Cobblestone.
Let's find out. It is Train.
Goodness. Will they actually start playing something else? We saw Nuke just a moment ago, so that was a refreshing moment. But I expect Cobblestone. Why is nobody playing Cobblestone today? Yeah,
no, we haven't seen much of it this Legend Series at all. Obviously, just Group B, we've got plenty of time to get into these matches, but this is our 3rd dose of Train for the day. And obviously, that CD start, very important. Alternate attacks are going to take it, so a slight advantage there. We haven't really been seeing that the knife round really play much of a part in either of these series. I feel like this is one where the knife round could actually have some impact. Obviously, a slightly closer game. Let's see who's going to be making it to the grand final.
Surely the knife round might have been important, but we'll find out in just a moment's time. At Spirit Academy, they played against alternate attacks about like 5 or 6 days ago, and they got 11-16.
Oh, close game then.
5 rounds of difference out there. They definitely could have grasped it. So once again, there is a chance for them, and this is an amazing chance, because then, as I said, they could recover from their mistakes against Valiance and also take that match. But then you have to take into account that they might already be getting tired. The match against Valiance, for whichever team faces off against them, is going to be the 4th match today.
USP poking in, Hunden going to be able to wrap up a first headshot as Spirit Academy do swarm into this A site. The SFN has to do a lot of damage here rapidly. spraying through these smokes. Him and Hunden both missing, though. Not much damage done as the boost comes through. ESFN from below. Sikran from up top as Spirit Academy have been able to recede, plant that bomb, get great after plan positions. Alternate Attacks have a very tough job to get back into this bomb site, made even harder here by a couple of these initial frags, but Spirit Academy actually shut down with this 3 versus 2 as Alternate Attacks can get onto this bomb thick and fast. They haven't got this kit though. Is Fen, he is actually going to be the point man in this, unable to remove Sivran from the server. That defuse comes through, and Alternate Attacks does put that first round on board.
ECFN was extremely important in this situation. He just pinned out the last remaining person on Spirit Academy, and the guy even focused on him, not on whoever was defusing the bomb. I mean, there was no right decision in this situation. A 1v3, 2 people are running you down, and one of them is defusing the bomb. It's tough to try and count on luck that you're going to hit the headshot on the diffuser, and then the rest that won't have any time, really. But Alternate Attacks, nevertheless, they secure the pistol rounds. They definitely deserved it. Spirit Academy, though, off to a not-so-bad start. This round's going to be just a bridge over to a 4x next up.
Couple of MP9 kills raining in there, lots of cash in his pocket, obviously 900 per kill on that MP9, so a lot of extra cash there here early on for Alternate Attacks, and not losing any players as well means that they get this bonus round here, get this extra one, and Spirit Academy, they will be throwing in the AK-47s here for this third.
I thought it was 600 per kill.
I think it's 900.
With an MP9?
I think so.
Do SMGs give more than 600?
I think they're different. If they're wrong, John, put a bet on it.
I'll try to look it up. Maybe something the chat can tell us that. But I thought it was 600. I don't know, maybe something changed. And I wasn't. Fen, though, hitting a double kill. And Fenfish is already proved to be a very important member of the team when they face off against Valiants. So right now, against Alternate Attacks, once again manages to show some strength of his. And this guy just never fails. Luke on train also, he seemed very, very strong last time they played this map. And it definitely should be putting a lot of hope in the heads of Spirit Academy. But for now, they don't have the rounds. But it's about time they get them. As I said, just a little bit of a passageway into a 4x on the side of the terrorist team. They got that. And it wasn't a surprise. They got the bomb planted in the pistol round. So obviously they would have a 4x right here. But Alternate Attacks did get caught off guard without a single frag for themselves. Hunden, overall today, not doing so well. Searson with an AWP would be lovely for him to save it up. But it's not going to be an easy task.
Yeah, clearly it's all about doing a little bit of damage. Spirit Academy, if they survive with 5 players, which looks entirely likely here, as it's only the AWP left, this could fall, and yeah, Trev is actually going to find that frag without any damage done at all. Steal away an AWP. Spirit Academy take that first flawless round, and obviously Alternate Attacks here have just enough bank to be able to go for this win.
Rip. It all got scrolled down. Where is it? Here, 600. Destroyed.
Christ.
900 is for shotguns. Mate.
I thought that was a different. I thought it was different.
The only one that's different on SMG side is P90 not giving 600 but 3.
That's a shame.
Stefan and ECFN though finding the frags, so we're talking about Alternate Attacks right here as they immediately try to recover, but Stefan's down to 21. Now Hunden losing a lot of HP without really putting any damage through to the enemy team. Had quite a good angle, a surprising one, but wasted it completely. But Tizian's still there. Now that provides Hunden with a more comfortable angle, even so, from the top of the green, and Tizian to close it all out. So Stefan, all he did was just lose a little bit more HP, acted as a little bit of a bait so that the rest of the team could do everything for him. And Alternate Attacks with a 3-1 scoreline. Spirit Academy, they do get the 4x. They win it, and instantly after their economy gets crushed. That hurts to see. And, well, if they don't do something right now, then it's going to be Alternate with quite a big advantage. So, Luke, you better get a double at least with that off.
The silver lining for Spirit Academy is, in that third round, they survived with all 5 players alive. It means that they can afford a bye here in the 5th. In alternate attacks, they do know that, of course. That's why they're not skimping and saving with any SMGs. Instead, Romy is going to walk right into his demise. ESFN with that one. And alternate attacks, if they can just hold stern and steady, they could easily find this 4th round. And then it's about getting the ball rolling. They'll be up against Ecos, and they can definitely gain the momentum in on their side. Pretty consistent with these nades as well, pouring them in, but they're pretty much all out. It's only the 1 HE left, and then it's all flashbangs.
These flashbangs could also be useful though. Right now, Spirit, 2 people in one spot. One good flashbang would obliterate them completely. Lucas looking the right way. But Steffan's not willing to peek really, and he's got Hundred a little bit further. Q will support him if something goes wrong. Oh, Steffan's still waiting. 30 seconds remaining. Spirit Academy, you have to make a move, but Basher's going to be able to get that kill. But Hunden, as I said, he's going to come in with support. And now nothing will be done about him. He's also able to escape the guys on the other side. But Luke was prepared with the AWP. Well, they need 2 more, but they also need to get the bomb planted. And we'll look at the position from Serson. He's going to stop that! And that could have won them the round. Alternate attacks. They need to survive just 3 seconds longer. 1, and there is no time to plant the bomb. This round is over. Tizian is not stupid enough to peek at that moment. And he's even going to get that kill after the time runs out. So it hurts Treble completely. $350 left on his account after that death.
Yeah, he's completely bankrupt. Alternate attacks, their economy is looking slightly fragile now as well. Weakened by losing 4 out of 5 players, 4 out of 5 rifles dropped on the ground. They're going to have to go for this reinvestment. Spirit Academy, on the other hand, have to go for a full save. Everybody apart from Pasha unarmored in this round. And alternate attacks, of course, they've got this perfect buy again after the win bonus, after that extra bit of cash injection in that 5th round. But 4-1, if these pistols, the follow-up round, can do any damage, alternate attacks could find themselves in another sticky situation.
And then also getting some kills for himself right here is pretty good. After all, aren't these the only rounds where he can find some kills, right?
Christ.
I can see you nodding. I don't know, just wanted to touch on that you're a hater of this, and he's gonna get an ace this round.
Of course.
9 HP
Here
remaining.
we go. Here we go.
Eco-fragger.
Let me shit on Hunden for a moment. This guy, the Eco Warrior, right here.
No, but he's got 9 kills.
Right,
so.
let's take that away. 4 kills for Hunden. Let's count this up. Let's take away those 5 Eco frag. Let's see how many you really get to the end of this game, Nero. Let's have a look.
I know, I believe in him. As I said, I've got nothing against the guy.
Did he come here to Hamburg? Is that where you met him?
No.
You met him in Poland?
No.
Where'd you meet him?
I didn't meet him personally.
Oh, you didn't meet him? Oh, okay.
I said like during tournaments, like when we were talking on admin stuff and crap like that. Or when I was inviting his team sometimes to tournaments, I would talk to him since he was the like the representative guy, so to speak. So yeah, that's what it looked like. And overall, he might be kind of an oddball here.
Sorry?
Oddball.
Yeah, that's not appropriate. You're not allowed to say that.
Really?
Yeah, that means like a really strange person.
Like, but I mean that he's a Dane amongst the Germans, so he doesn't fit with the team.
A bit.
Like, what the hell were you thinking?
Oddball. I like it. I like it either way. Sirson is going to try and peek into this A site. Misses a fairly easy shot, and Spirit Academy look to take their second here. Obviously, alternate attacks. Their money is looking unsure and unsound. As Spirit Academy, another clean round for them. They've been gifted a fair few buys, more than they would have initially had after those round wins, after both of their round wins being so convincing. Surviving with 5 players. Unless CSN can do something huge here, which he does actually hit the shot. So that's 1 rifle gone. I don't want to see Spirit Academy go for too much reinvestment. You can see them closing in on him here. And he is going to rattle off that second shot. Spotting out more and more, but misses his third. Pops a flash down. Snipes out as well. He's trying to keep this AWP alive, and they're not going to find him in time. Keeps his AWP through. Alternate attacks with one more buy.
But he did get tagged right at the very last second.
Right
One bullet reach him. It could have been his death, but instead the AWP is still there. They go for a double up, in fact. Stefan's going to receive that. And alternate attacks are definitely going for a big punch right now to shut down Spirit Academy completely and get a very successful first half. But is that possible? We can feel the pressure from Spirit Academy. It's not like when Spirit played against Planet Key, where Planet Key had no idea what to do, where Spirit Academy was reading them like an open book. Right here, it's back and forth, and none of the teams giving up.
The push. Going to be coming into this B site. Spirit Academy are slightly short on nades. They've got a couple of smokes, a bit light on the mollies. As Trev's the only one utilising that. Pasha all out in the open and towards the other side of the map, not tossing them in before they go for this push. It's all down to Tizian, who gets caught in the side by Luke. Spirit Academy pushing onto this site with a fair few advantages here, and alternate attacks being locked out once again. This is the pressure we were talking about earlier. As the smokes go down, the bomb gets planted. Alternate attacks forced to save.
Yep, that's going to be a pretty uncomfortable situation. Spirit Academy now closing in. That's probably going to get them into a situation where they could easily get the equalizer, really. They just need to win a round where they drop all the rifles on the alternate side, and that could lead us into a 5-5 scoreline very quickly. Now Stefan is going to face an opportunity of finding a kill on Fenvicious. Fenvicious, I feel like he's called down in particular. We're not seeing these godly plays from him 8 rounds into the map. I've only mentioned him once, pretty much.
Yeah, and obviously 3 kills lower in that scoreboard. Everybody else on the 3-4 kills mark. Spirit Academy just don't have their star players fragging, but with 3 rounds on the T-side of train, that is sometimes what you expect. Yep. You're only expecting them to get to the 5-6 round mark if they're going to have a successful half. Obviously, that is not soon to be said, because alternate attacks could have a good T-side of the row, and they've shown his proficiency on it so far today against Planet Key. Both of these teams absolutely obliterating those Germans, and looking for this first frag. Trev's actually going to find it.
Yeah, and overall, I definitely treasure team effort more than just one star player performing. So that's definitely nice that all of them have that same amount of kills, and the pre-players are working together to get these wins, and 1 kill trade back. But Stefan, it might be a little bit too late. They already lost one of these sniper rifles. As Saracen is gone, so Stefan has to work his butt off to really fix the situation in this round, and he does exactly that. He manages to beat Luke, the main AWPer of Spirits Academy, and he's only picking up that AWP pretty rarely for alternate when they need the secondary AWPer. Mostly it would be Certain with it in his hands. Tizian also, he was able to get a great round at the very beginning of the map this far, but he's not going to be the guy to save the day, at least for now. ECFN closing in from behind. He was really close on the ladder out there, but he's not able to spot anybody's back. And with Fenvicious' kill, and Stefan was supposed to happen at some point, that way or another, there was no chance for ECFN to still clutch this round, I believe. And the 4th round for Spirit Academy, as I said, it's going to be pretty easy, straight road towards the equalizer. So 5-5. That's what we're about to witness. Unless alternate attacks also surprise and win on an eco, which has not been such a rare occurrence this far today.
Yeah, going to be difficult on train. Lots of long-distance engagements, especially without the Kevlar. These AKs should be able to rip into this A site. And Fen going to start off the fragging. A bit of a team kill there from Pasha. But Spirit Academy still standing strong, standing tall. Just Stefan and Tizen left, who are just looking for this second frag. When you get 2 kills on an eco round, that is kind of the break-even. When you're doing enough damage to the opponent's team to not let their economy spiral out of control, 2 kills is probably what you're looking for.
Well, for now, it's a little bit calm. Maybe the quiet before the storm hits, but can alternate really find any exit kills? Because these would be the most valuable. The frag that they got this far on travel, they didn't even get it because it was a team kill. didn't really give them anything. They need a weapon. They need a rifle. That is an AWP in front of Tizian, but he's not able to pick it up. He's not able to recover it, but there is Sheffer with a kill. And that's going to be a very effective one on Ari, but once again, that's long range. No possibility of picking up the AK. That's quite bad for Alternate. No way to boost their economy other than just try and collect it. Collect the money over the rounds that they're losing right now. Spirit Academy equalized it, 12,500 on Fenvicious. Now he's going to spend a little bit of it, but still it is an impressive figure that he's got out there. Seriously, and Stefan once again going for the double up. It's not worked out this far. Is it worth the risk?
Yeah, this is a different approach against a very brash Spirit Academy side who seems to be picking up the pace and moving this a lot faster. A double AWP is a good way to slow it down. However, Hunden's going to be the first to be found. It's not one of those AWPs gone. It is a rifle out of the mix. Tizian, he has been a weak point in this map. Looks like they will maybe funnel into him. Obviously, Trev and Fen, two of the better players on this server. They've been opening up these sites left, right, and center. It's got to be alternate Attax' AWPs to really step up and be the difference maker. Looks like they are going to be getting aggressive. Searson, obviously the AWP, looking for an opening here. Trev might actually give it to him as Spirit Academy seem to want a piece of this action on this B site. Oh, he's looking right into the wall. What's he doing? He's not actually catching it. And Searson's going to find a fast frag. 4 versus 4 now as Spirit Academy about to pull the trigger on the A site. Find this first frag out on, but Stefan's still here, ready and waiting with an AWP. Fast shot through the smoke, misses by an inch. Whiffs by a whisker, but Rommy's going to find that headshot in return. A difficult 2 versus 3 now on one of the harder sites to retake on. And Searson's got to be the first man in. Spirit Academy not actually peeking this time. So Searson, he's got a lot of range here with this AWP. He's holding down maybe 4 or 5 angles, but Spirit Academy giving him nothing to work with. You can see he's not sure at all where Rommy's playing from. He's actually going to completely miss this angle. Right to the side. They certainly navigate each other, and Rommy's going to find that headshot. Tizian's got to back off.
Pretty unlucky situation right here for Alternate Attax, as it definitely seemed this round was quite okay. Compared to the previous ones, they had some good weaponry. As you said, the plan was a little bit different, but maybe that was Hunden's death right in the very beginnings. After the push into the B holes, when they got that kill, when they could have closed on the enemy team from behind, that should have wreaked havoc upon Spirit Academy, but that did not happen. Possibly they needed an additional member of the team out there. But for now, the 6th round for Spirit Academy. They have the advantage, they have the upper hand, and as I said, it was already close very recently in a match between these two teams. So we've got a pretty good story on our hands.
Spirit Academy as well, giving us the correct mix match of pace. Speeding it up when Alternate Attax' economy is low. They haven't got the nades to slow it down. And in this round, just taking it a lot slower. Letting up on the pace slightly and letting Alternate Attax sweat it out. Obviously wanting to go for something with these pistols. And Pasha's here to spray down 2. Both headshots straight to this A site, seeming convincing.
Oh, Spirit. One last kill. There will be 2 rounds lead. There will already be a pretty successful D side. Now they can push it even further and further. And actually, the map on which they lost against Alternate last time, so it was 6 days ago, or 5, excuse me. And they played on Overpass. And that's an important fact because Overpass is one of the better maps for Spirit Academy. Train is not on the top 2 list. Right there is Mirage and Overpass, so Train shouldn't be so much better for them. Yet here they might be able to take down Alternate. So that's why I'm talking about that great story that we've got here. And as far as I believe, as far as I remember, Alternates are quite a good Train team themselves.
Train very similar in its approach to to Overpass, sorry, in the way you're using those AWPs, using maybe a double AWP setup, one on the A site, one on the B site. Very similar to Train in the approach. Fast rotations as well. You'd normally see the better teams on Overpass also being good on Train. So it's very surprising to see those stats, if I'm perfectly honest. And Alternate Attax are going to find this first frag. First time in a long while that they've actually been able to put a kill on the board early. In Spirit Academy, you can see that's made them recede, made them slow down.
Is it the right choice, though, right now? Do they keep the high pace, or do they slow down right here, take a breather, and then reply with strength from, with just one kill, and then Serson immediately gets his one, and he knows that he's surrounded. He's going to get another with that AWP. Two people on the other side of that red. He's not going to spot them out, but the rest of the team, Stefan, how did he get that? Nobody was peeking through. There was no info on the radar. That was a complete blind shot. Only assumptions probably from Serson that there were people there. He doesn't see them on top. He doesn't see them on his side of the train, of the red train. Then they must be on the other side.
Yeah, 4 kills with the AWPs as well. A massive change of pace. Alternate Attacks have invested into these AWPs a couple of rounds in a row, actually. As soon as they've been able to afford them, they've whipped them out, and it hasn't really been successful so far, finally putting it to good use, both on the A site. Stefan and Serson finally proving their worth with these scoped rifles. And Spirit Academy already have a great T-side here on train. We've seen some really good T-sides so far, and this is just another one for them. A couple of flashes out. Obviously, no kills just yet, but Spirit Academy wants to grind onto this B site, shut down by Tizian, who has changed his angle of approach, got slightly more aggressive. Alternate Attacks want to be mixing it up at slightly more, but Spirit Academy right to this A site.
Oh. And then he's still here. Ah, that seemed like it was just such a great opportunity for him to infiltrate the lineup of Spirit Academy, but couldn't even strike down a single member of the enemy team. So Tizian all alone. He's still got an incendiary and HE. That's also quite a bit of money that he's about to lose out there, or not. Pasha's going to be the first one to go down to his hands, to his M4A4. And there's another person closing in from that same angle, but Tizian's not checking that anymore. His foot was spotted out. They're still struggling a little bit on that spray down, but he does get it down at the end of the day. 8-6. And Spirit Academy probably looking forwards to closing it all out with a 9-6 scoreline. They have superior economy right here. Alternate Attacks are missing rifles here and there. There's an SMG on their side and 3 pistols. Just an odd for Serson. I believe that he's capable of winning the round for the team, or at least creating an environment where the rest of the team could finish it all off. But not on this map. Here he's not been performing as well as in the previous matches today. But he gets the first kill, and that's once again a glimmer of hope.
Obviously a wobbly economy for Alternate Attacks, aided by the fact that they do find that first frag off that AWP, the only rifle they have amongst their 5 players. The SFN being whittled down by this AK-47, CZ in hand. Trev looking to get aggressive. The nades do pile down and do slight damage, but Trev decides to dive straight onto him. ESFN does find that opening kill. And Spirit Academy now do have to move over to the B site. Obviously, an AWP in hand, Pasha has been a crucial member at finding these opening picks. Once again, does lay off this connector area. His Alternate Attacks haven't gone for this rotation just yet. It's just a deagle towards this side of the map. One headshot will be enough to put Alternate Attacks in contention to take this round fairly convincingly, but they do need this 7th round on the CT side, otherwise it'll be fairly weak. The deagle does rain through, just Romy left, as he gets caught out by a swarming Alternate Attacks retake. 7 rounds finally a close half.
Yeah, so maybe not Serson actually single-handedly delivering the round over to his team, but surely a good round from him nevertheless. 2 kills overall. He got the opening one and the closing, if I'm not mistaken. 8-7, indeed a close scoreline that we've not been able to witness this far today. But the question is, what happens next? Is it going to be 16-7 or 16-8? Or is it going to be something closer that we've been waiting for the entire evening? Something along the lines of 16-11 like last time between these two teams, or maybe 16-14 like we had yesterday, some matches.
Going towards this B site, a bit of a mixed approach for Alternate Attacks. They spread out as Luke He gets shot down, trying to get aggressive, finding that opening pick. Very common to do that on your CT side, looking for just a opener headshot, but alternate attacks do capitalize. Straight down into Pop Dog. Army gets caught completely off guard. And now this 7 rounds doesn't look so bad as they're going to charge into this A site. Citizen, the first man in. Pasha just behind this smoke, looking to eliminate a bomb plant, but Hunden up top is going to strike him out. Hold him out of this bomb site is Pasha. He has got this kit. Trev does take a kill from behind though.
Yeah, but Stefan's already got that one covered. Also, Hunden trying to help. Hunden also, how quick and how active he is inside of that bomb site. Spots out the guy in the Ivy. Goes over to the Pop Dog. Just puts the pressure on the enemies. Keeps them away like a hound that was unleashed. And Serson is also going to get a knife kill at the end of it on the defusing CT. Great beginning if we're talking about the second half for alternate attacks. They win the pistol, they get the knife kill, they get a huge economy going for themselves and equalize the score compared to Spirit Academy. Now, this might easily lead us to a 10-8 scoreline. From that point on, alternate need just 6 more rounds. I believe that this is so close that both the teams at this moment could just take it easily.
Yeah, I feel like we might have our first real close game of the night. Maybe a tightly competitive map match here. Spirit Academy deciding not to let this one go just yet in terms of the economy. Trev not deciding to go for the Kevlar. Luke investing into that scout. Everybody with invested pistols. This push coming down ramp. ECFN is going to take one down. That's a nice headshot from Luke. But it gets traded straight back out again by ES. ECFN. I find that one quite difficult.
Yeah, I noticed that you're always saying ESFN, but well.
I suck. What's the point? I'm terrible.
He's going to get a kill on Travel though, so he's not.
Who? Say it quick. ECFN.
That's what it would sound like as a normal word, right?
That's very German.
What? Oh, autistic screeching. Alternate attacks out. They do have that round in their pockets, so this is quite good. ECFN this time he's the guy to get the anti-eco kills.
Jesse liked it in the chat. He put a laughing face. He's obviously enjoying himself. The only person, but he is enjoying himself.
Jesse and Jamie. Almost Team Rocket.
Spirit Academy, a player dropping out so far. Obviously just an eco. Don't think they're probably gonna. I don't think they're gonna revert this round. I don't think it's really much worth at all. Just Luke and Pasha left on this site. Now just Pasha. Spirit Academy being cut down. Alternate attack. So I'm gonna be able to find double digits first. Actually, just with this P250. See, he's enjoying himself. And then the Kappa Pride.
Oh my goodness. I don't know. Maybe that's ASMR that he's looking for, or ASMR. I don't remember that. The thing where you like whisper into someone's ear and they feel aroused by that.
What are you on about? I was daydreaming for a second.
That's what you're
playing. I was fixing my
headset
and no.
Okay.
No.
Well, Passionoid, he's going to stay alive at the end of this round, which gives them nothing. P250 into a 4-buy round. But most importantly, this is no additional money for alternate attacks out there. And one player was missing from Spirit Academy from the server while that round still lasted. I think.
Yeah, well, Luke's got about 15 kills in 2 maps. So he's been missing from the server for some time. He's not really been putting up the score that we really associate with his name. Probably one of the bigger name players on Spirit Academy as well. Needs to step up in this last half if they're not going to be eliminated from this tournament in 3rd place. By in this group at least. Luke does spot out one, gets some crucial information, but he's going to be forced to back off as well, as alternate attacks just leaping and bounding into this A site, finding a pair of frags and getting up close and personal. Luke finally finding a frag with his AWP, and then straight back into this site. Stefan shuts one more down and spots out both. Luke going to put 3 on the board now, traded straight back out to an M4. Going to have to put up the ace. This is pretty much put up or shut up time for Squid CS. It's Luke just sweeping his way through. No kit, has to move fast. There's alternate attacks. They're in pretty much the perfect after plan positions for this bomb down. Luke absolutely whiffing there, missing all 8 bullets, and alternate attacks find their 11th.
But he's got some kills, so he's not well, he's not missing from the server. That's what I wanted to say. Now,
it's true.
But somebody was indeed missing on the server for a moment. Somebody disconnected, so I think that Spirit Academy might have toggled now, and they will start coming back into this one. But yeah, alternate attacks now for a moment. They've been unchallenged right here. Just minor challenges coming up against them, but never something that made it dangerous for the round.
Subtle brand promotion.
I don't think the alternate attacks are saying challenge me right now. They probably want to just take this map easily. Well, Spirit Academy are up to the challenge. They had the advantage. They gave it up.
Headshot coming through. Stefan straight onto this A site. Pretty much burst this round apart already. A couple of sets of Kevlar lie in wait, but should be a 12th round, all things considered, for the Germans. As all things considered, they've actually been fairly convincing in this second half. I don't think Spirit have been able to put a single round on the board so far. They've got to do something with the AWPs with greater economy in the next few moments if they're going to get back into this one.
Well, the P250 at least manages to chime in. Oh, was it P2000? Regardless of what the pistol was, Rami was able to get a kill with it, and he was the only guy in the team that was able to achieve that feat of strength. And 12-8 it is. 4 rounds difference. 5 rounds in a row, if not mistaken, in favor of alternate attacks right now. So that surely is not looking too bad. And now they need 4 more. It's possible that T side is just incredibly strong today for every single team that plays.
Yeah, unfortunately, we have seen some really weak CT sides. The AWPs not really having the same effect as they should usually have on Train. We'd usually be seeing that AWP player right at the top of the scoreboard. Luke hasn't had that impact. If he continues to not have that impact, possibly Spirit might be going home without taking any prize money. No prizes for second place, no prize for third place either. And attacks might book their spot against Valiance in about half an hour's time. Venius is going to be looking for this first frag as Luke does find one. Looking for this second as well. Oh, misses a jump though. Has to change his angle. Misses that one. Venvius actually in between the boxes does find 2 more. A pair for each player. And Stefan's going to get caught out in the open. Spirit Academy, completely clean round.
Yeah, but Luke surviving there is a little bit of a miracle, I want to say. He was supposed to get that kill, then falls down to the how do you even call that? We call it the flaming in Polish, like the flaming boxes on Mirage. That little one.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not sure.
So yeah.
Sorry. I feel bad.
Really?
Yeah, you should.
I
should be able to just rattle it off.
Yeah, but whatever. Luke just fell down from the construction. And then he surfed a little bit on that train, and then he's fallen down further below, and that wasted his opportunity to get the kill, but also saved his life at the same time. So I don't know which he was aiming at. Luke now, he's gonna get the kill back in the next round, but it might be a little bit late. He's down to 17 HP, but ambitious again. Finally, there is a possibility to talk about him a little bit more as he gets a double kill, and just like that, earns another chance for Spirit Academy to take this round home, to not get their economy shattered, to try and turn it all around and possibly look for the grand finals of this group.
Yeah, I feel like alternate attacks did peak a little too much there, and another peak comes through. Both Hunden and Searson going down, getting aggressive, obviously, through the Molotov, through the smokes, and that was unneeded in that situation. Going to get that defused in the last few seconds. Spirit Academy finally get to double digits. And in those sort of situations, alternate attacks had the A site, had all 5 players alive. Certainly not needed.
ECFN's AK is called Free Haircuts 24/7.
Whoa. Who's he saying that?
So he's like implicating that he
just barely
misses the bullets so that they only graze the hair of the victim, or what?
I think so. I think so. I need a haircut. Maybe not with the rifle. Either way, Luke missing that opening shot, not changing his angle up at all before pulling the trigger, not quite accurate enough. And you can't be missing those shots. You need to be getting those openings as a CT-sided AWPer. Obviously throwing in a couple of risks there. And Alternate Attacks, after such a strong opening start to this second half, have enough to buy and buy, getting finally to the bottom of this bank.
Yeah, but Spirit Academy's been at the bottom for quite a bit of time now, so it's risky. It's still risky for both the sides. They have to limit the casualties. Luke waiting with the AWP. A perfect flashbang and a perfect kill from Luke. It seems like he had that calculated instantly in his head, and now not going to check that corner, so could be another easy kill for Luke though. Sersten's going to take care of that, a one-man lead in favour of Alternate Attacks, and after that kind of an opening kill for the CT side, it seems weird, it seems awkward that it's all wasted, so Femvicious is once again going to fix it. Now a foot shot, but no kills. Sersten with the Glock finishes both of them out. And why would they line up with 0 HP?
I'm not sure. That peak, obviously not necessary once again. Spirit Academy making some catastrophic mistakes. Taking a tactical pause now to deal with it, to talk about it. Obviously, their economy is in absolute ruins. Look at that. Only Luke can passion with anything in terms of money. They're going to have to drop over a couple of rifles, maybe able to squeeze out a buy in this 24th round. But if Alternate Attacks can take that, they should be in our group final.
Indeed, that is the case. So, does Alternate Attacks stand a better chance against Valiance than Spirit Academy? I also don't think so, which might lead us into another one-sided matchup. Or maybe it was the fault of the map. Maybe we're finally going to get to see a different map for once.
At least the only successful Germans today weren't ELC Gaming. At least we weren't the only successful Germans. Even though I'm not German.
You mean
everybody
you,
else.
me? You.
No, everybody else. Really successful today.
I know,
at least it's not just them. At least somebody is playing in the server. Somebody's showing up.
Yeah, we successfully weren't able to play the Group A's final.
Was it our fault? Not me. Was it me?
Well, you're not German, so.
Yeah, it's all the German people. 13 rounds so for Alternate Attacks. Let's see the penultimate few rounds of this game. Getting into this one, let's have a look at the buys. Let's have a bit of a recap. Spirit Academy, 3 M4s out. There's an AWP on Luke. He's been able to step up in the last couple of rounds. I criticized him earlier today, but he has to keep up this pressure, keep up this pace if he's going to close out the map for Spirit Academy. They have got a slightly long road back, but it has to start here. They cannot let Alternate Attacks into this game here and close it out.
Oh, Treble with that CZ. Oh, he's probably going to go for that suicide kind of mission, or does he just want to keep a close angle out there in the pop dog?
I feel like he's going to be here for the fast rotate.
Yeah, that could be very, very handy for Spirit Academy. Like, he's got nothing to waste and nothing to lose, and he can just enter and get some kill from behind, pick up a rifle, could liberate Alcanet's plans, but that's not happening. ECFN, SDFN, and Alternate just like that. Oh my goodness, they're going to crush Spirit Academy in this round. Only 2 people left alive, but they're not even in the vicinity. And the better idea would be to save up the rifles, but are they going to be allowed to do so by the Germans? 14-10, that's something that we can definitely be sure of. But what's next? Do you really think that this could already be over, or do the saved up rifles change something?
Well, it depends how aggressive Alternate Attacks going to push it through here. T-Spawn, pretty predictable as Alternate Attacks are already on this hunt. Tizian right around the corner is going to be wrapping in towards this T-Spawn. Robbie's going to have to get a frag here. Quick headshot. Locked into this corner as the AWP isn't actually going to chase him down. So 2 rifles saved. Spirit Academy in the 25th have something to work with.
Oh, man. This is getting quite intense right now. I've got to say, I kind of believed in Spirit Academy and would love to see them win right here, but that's not the case this far. Spirit Academy at least trying to beat their scoreline from the last time they faced off against Alternate Attax. It would be funny to see another 16-11 in a very short period of time. They face off against each other twice and they twice get the same scoreline. Would be interesting.
Let's push into the A site this time. Hunden, the first man to nail a headshot. It's one of the rifles gone already. Pasha needed to do a little bit more with that. Romy must be the point man here. He has found a gap, but Syrian closes him down.
So 5 on 3. The rifles that were there are completely evaporated, and Spirit Academy, that just pushes them further and further to a point of no return. 15-10 will already give a lot of confidence over to Alternate Attax, but this is where you start to choke. Sometimes you just relax, sometimes you feel like you've already won the map, but that's just not the case. And Spirit Academy, 5 rounds is after all not so much. It should be possible to pull off. For now, Trevor is pulling off a kill on Sersen, but just because of the distraction that his teammate made. And what a burst to the face from that Glock.
Nah, no remorse from Alternate Attax. They're closing this map out with force, and this is match point. Finally trying to book a place in this grand final. They've got a perfect buy, perfect economy and utility to be able to go for this one. 5 sets of Molotovs, 5 sets of smokes. They have all of the utility they need to be able to go for a full push. Spirit Academy aren't too shabby in that department either. Looking for overtime, 5 in a row to chain together, to be able to close this one. Back to an even scoreline, back to a chance where they've got a spot in this series. Pasha does find that first frag, flash out, and ECFN is going to find it. Romy as well, trading back and forth. Still a man hidden on this site. Romy drops the bomb. This might be Alternate Attax. Struggling to get onto this site here is Romy, looking for another one, but now another 2 versus 2.
But he's still way too easily killed those 2 people. Pushing out into the middle of the place with a molly in your hands when you only killed a single person and you know that the CTs will be swarming this bomb site. That was weird. Back to 1v1 though, and is it going to be the end of the map? Or is it going to last a little bit longer? Citizen's got the bomb on his back, so he doesn't really need to look for it, doesn't really need to play into the hands of Fenvicious. Fenvicious might also be missing a little bit of info. Crucial info right here. But I'm quite positive he's capable of clutching it. But then Citizen, he's going to be protecting the bomb with the AWP. He's not going to be the retaking CT like on Inferno.
It's pretty much the longest rotate possible from Ivy to B site. And Fenvicious has to go for a long haul here. Finally able to pick up a kit to maybe even be able to go for this one. But Sersen has an absolutely perfect angle. Pistols out as well to counter a close quarters play. Fenvicious back onto this B site trying to get to this bomb. But how's he going to be able to spot Sersen out? A couple of footsteps made and there's a smoke down as well. Sersen does dive out, but right into the crosshair.
What?
And we're going to another round. Team Spirit
down
to 11. It actually explodes. 0.1 seconds left. And Alternate Attax take it. 16-10. What was that? That even faked me out. And I'm watching with X-ray, with the timer, with the bomb, with everything else. And that's how close that was.
That's weird. I don't think it should have really happened, actually. But yeah, maybe he's taking a little bit too much time. But he found that defuse kit. Worst of moments where he hesitated for half a second. But I mean, you cannot blame it on him, but still a great effort. 16-10 it is. So actually, Alternate go 1 round better than last time, but that was Overpass, a different map. So in theory, actually a better map for Spirit Academy.
Yeah, so that's Spirit out at this point. Alternate Attax will be going to our group final.
So they are the successful Germans.
So yeah, they actually
not quite
done
yet.
Something today. Not quite yet. Obviously, no prizes for second place. We need to find a champion. We need to find a main stage. I was going to say like finalist, but main stageist. I don't know. Don't think that there's a
main stage participant
like a,
simply because once again you don't really get much for that. You would have to then win the final stage.
No, you got 250. I would like 250 euros.
What can you buy for that? A flashbang and a decoy.
There we go. Yeah, but we will be going to that group final very shortly. I think that
The what?
I think the alternate attacks probably don't stand a chance in this one. I feel like this is probably going to be a pretty one-sided series, but that is soon to be found. We will be going to a quick 5-minute break, but after that, we will be going to this group final. See you then.
Never gonna give you up. I'm never gonna let you go.